So much for joining us today. As above, so below, we're talking about Venusian or Venus energy, frequency, and vibration. To each and every one of you guys, if it is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel the Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. The ATRs are the African traditional religions by which we harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, vibration. Thank you to each and every one of you guys. I think I forgot to put on my. Sorry about that. I forgot to put on my do not disturb. But to each and every one of you guys, first of all, I want to say salutation to my madrina, to my padrino, to my oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Adjays. On this particular broadcast, we teach about melanin. We talk about black issues, black spiritual issue, black natural issue. I'm a problem solver, not a problem maker. And so the things and the remedies that I offer through knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, it is for you to resolve the issues that are concerning you as a fellow melanated person. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys that support my platform, also support the endeavors that we're doing. And each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for being a part of our tribe and our church family. Also to those that have been following me a while, those that have already gotten your intermediate classes paid for, those that have gotten to the purchased your stem cell package. Whew, I'm really, really, really excited about that. What's happening and all of the testimonials that have arisen thus far. One of the things that I love to do is to find things that actually work. Those stem cell packets are like my products and my services. They sell themselves. You as an individual do not or have not had opportunity to invest into the things that we're doing, and so therefore wishing you and enlightenment so you can be a part of what's going on here at Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. I want to say also hello to my air signs, hello to my fire signs, hello to my air sign, and to my water sign. And hello to each and every one of you guys that chime in here. Of those that do not know, we are a monetized channel. If you come in here, we would like for you to hit the like button and to be a part of this particular. What's up, Mama Susan in the house? And so when we talk here on this particular platform, we talk about factual information, truthful information, and to all of you that come in and in levels of ignorance, I want you to understand that I've been doing magic since I was a child. I am 52 years old. I'm about to be 53, and I have operating in business since a child. My ministry has been self-supported since 2021. So when it comes down to people that come into my chat, if you're not extending a super chat or a super sticker, your questions will be ignored. Thank you so much for double tapping the screen. Now, to those that find our platform valuable to you, and for those that don't understand what it is to be melanated, what it is to operate out of universal laws, because one of the things that I do not teach is my personal beliefs. I do not teach my personal practice. I teach universal laws because universal laws apply to each and every individual. A lot of us did not grow up in the up under spiritual etiquette. And so a lot of times if you've been in church or you've been interacting with people on social media, a lot of things that you think or you see or perceive people doing, a lot of times those people have no spiritual etiquette. And the person that is doing live does not have any type of standard. And so therefore they allow a lot of times a lot of confusion, misleading questions. I'm here to share knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Now, in order to get my attention, you have to go through my website. And if you want a private consultation, that is on my website. If you want a progression reading, that is also on my website. If you want to send an offering, my Zelle is in my bio. Or you can go to my website and give a donation. Other than that, if you're not investing in this platform, you're gonna have very little influence and attention here. What's up, Demetrius? We have a lot of paying clientele, people that invest in this platform and actually finance the ability for me to be in here to give out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I know that a lot of you will go to your family and go to certain events and won't bring anything, but you will eat and enjoy. This is not one of those events. If you eat from the table, at least tip the waiter. So, and that's spiritual etiquette. And I'm saddened that I have to actually educate people about that. What's up, Jeremy? I don't do more for people than they do for me. I don't extend myself to anybody without them extending themselves to me. And so therefore, I believe in reciprocity. I believe in being things being reciprocal. So if you desire to have an energy exchange, then you will go through the proper procedure. I'm a Sagittarius, Moon in Aries, and rising sign Pisces. I want to say also, thank you, Demetrius, for sharing that in our group chat about your testimony when it came down to your you received your packet today of your stem cells. I got one on my forehead. I went to Mission to get me something to eat tonight. What's up, Ryan? My Libra in the house. When you hear me shouting out people, these are the people that actually invest in our ministry and support our platform. I don't shout out random people. So I was getting me some salmon. That's one of my favorite foods. So I was getting me some salmon. And the young lady behind the counter saw my patch. And she said, "You're into that?" She said, "My dad sells those patches." And she began to testify of how she was having pain in her legs after a long drive, and her dad gave her those patches, and how they in very I think she said 20 minutes she was fine. And I was telling her I sell them too. And I want to say this about business. And y'all know I believe in business. I don't just have a degree. I don't just have experiences. I know how to make money. I know how to generate money. I know how to bring people from rags to riches, other than just spell work. And one of the things that white people and Latino people, Jamaican people, and Haitian people, and pretty much every other ethnic group outside of black people, we have a tendency of not supporting our own. This is what keeps us behind the ball. I'm going to say it again. The fact that you're trying to learn conjuring and don't understand that we are all connected is a sharp indication that you lack understanding. And this white young lady was getting my meal together, but we were having such a conversation that the other white girl was listening, and she started asking questions. And while she was, thank you, Demetrius, for reminding us this is a monetized channel. So the young lady was listening at me explain how stem cells work and how the process operates in the body. And she was like, "Oh my God, that is so fascinating and so cool." Now, you know that other white girl is going to direct that girl to her daddy. See, we don't know how to, if we can't sell something, if we can't push something, we don't know how to keep it in the family. We don't know how to keep it in the tribe. We don't know how to keep it in our community. We don't know how to keep it in our pants. I want to talk to you because my subject on today, dealing with attraction and magnetic energy, is I'm flexing while sick. I'm yet recovering from my sickness, and I'm yet flexing in the same time. Because when you understand who you are and you're doing what you need to do for your body and your temple, the recovery rate is essential. One of the things that I want to talk about on today, and I want to say this to any family members. Let me explain something to you. And I don't know why I have to keep explaining this. And it's to anybody that calls me dad, pops, or try to create a personal relationship with me. I want you to know that I'm a Sagittarius. And I'm always keeping mental notes of your behavior. Ask anybody that is close to me or anybody has done to me. I always take mental notes when you change your pattern. I'm running a business. If you have certain information, I call you, I talk periodically to Demetrius. Demetrius has never received a bill. Demetrius has never received a request from PayPal or Zelle for the conversation that I engaged in. I run a business. I'm going to repeat that again. I give services and serve products. So I have this family member, and a few of them, they're outside. They're really not they're my family, but they weren't raised around me and with me. So they lack of etiquette. And I haven't really picked up the phone for them. So I picked up the phone for them to see what was going on. So let me start here. First of all, you cannot venerate, you can't petition Minister Mario. I think I've said this I don't know how many times. Minister Mario is crowned. He is the son of Achosi. Just because you had some dealing with him on earth, you really don't know that man. He was a Capricorn. If you were spiritual and you think you are here to use anybody. He's a Capricorn because Capricorns think about people in forms of resource. His moon is in Aquarius, which means he has the ability to detach instantly. He's stuck in his own way. And his rising sign is Libra, which means he has the ability to communicate with people even though he don't believe in your shit. This is why Libras a lot of times are called liars and deceivers, because they are natural charmers. Doesn't mean that that particular Libra or that rising sign actually is in alignment with what you're talking about. Like me, what you see is what you get. That's not what Mr. Mario is. And he's never been like that. He's not even like that with his own family. So I want to explain that because I know you think you know Mr. Mario and you don't. Second of all, he has two different names. One in Palo and one in Ocha, which is Santeria and Lukumi. And you don't know neither of those names. So you can't possibly be talking and communicating with Minister Mario because he doesn't answer by his government name. The reason why so much ignorant shit in black people's life, because a lot of y'all, especially black women, you think you can do whatever you want, how you or you want to do it, and you think you don't have to follow rules and regulations when it comes to the spirit world, because you're able to manipulate your family members, your lovers, your husbands, your wives, your spouses. You feel like when you get into spirituality, you can also do the same thing. I'm not here to stop you. I'm just here to identify and acknowledge your level of ignorance. He's not gonna, if he's not rising up for his daughter, and if he's not rising up for me, he's not gonna rise up, honey. You're not his padrino. You did not crown him. He'll get up for Padrino Michael because he crowned him. Some of y'all think that you can come in and do whatever you want, how you want, and treat. If you love Minister Mario so much, then when it was time to give that $14,000 to save and help save his life, you would have did it. So please miss me with that shit. You did what you want to do. You did it how you want to do it, and it's all good. I have made I've conjured $14,000 multiple times since then. I didn't get the 14,000 in enough time to save his life, but I eventually got crowned. So if you're not here for people and you're not being supportive, this is why you end up with the type of energy and you attract that same type of bullshit as people that you put out into the universe. The reason why I teach like that, because if you certain man want real people in your life, then you have to be real. If you want to attract real people in your life and people that are willing to help you in spite of what they're going through, just like I get out here in spite of having COVID, I will still get up and serve the spirit. This is what allows me to have the spiritual credit that I have with the Lord in Keystone and Pungo, because I don't utilize any situation I'm going through to hinder my service and my support and my investment in the kingdom. This is the example that I exhibit throughout of social media and those that live around me in personal manner. What's up, my Shamari? If you procrastinate, if you are an individual that chooses and constantly choose to not support and to do your part, don't expect me as a Sagittarius, especially as a 52-year-old Sagittarius, to go out my way for you. I am professional. I can greet anybody. If you're not investing in my ministry like that, don't expect my attention like that. This is what we call straightforward and straight up and upfront. A lot of you do not appreciate certain virtues that men and women have in these spiritual communities. When you are told up front what it is and what it ain't, what can be and what cannot be, that is to your benefit. But because you think you're so slick and so charming and you are going to be able to manipulate blood ties and you're going to be able to manipulate because you fucking somebody, you cannot exchange my spiritual services and my spiritual products for sex. All I'm doing on social media is proving that you don't got it for me. And I know because I'm telling you that you don't have it for me like that. But you keep claiming that you got it for me like that. But every chance you get, you're trying to get something out of me for nothing. I cannot be manipulated. My mother already did that. She's a Virgo. All of the head games and all of the guilt tripping, she done already did that to me when I was young. I'm 52. I done seen it. I done actually, if you want to know the honest truth, I have seen better. A Sagittarius will listen to you and see what kind of lie you gonna tell. The only thing in the conversation that I'm trying to come to a conclusion of, because I already know the answer, is what type of liar you are. So I can teach other people why not to be that particular type of liar. When you're trying to manipulate people, understand everybody is not naive to manipulation. And I will ensnare you in the same manipulation you try with me. And I will turn around and utilize that incident as a teachable moment. If you don't start no shit, it won't be no shit. I'm actually flexing during and upon my recovery from the sickness of COVID. You have not sent me one offering for orange juice or water. How you love me so fucking much? All thing you get is your products. That means that you're being transactional. When you go beyond the call of duty, that means that you are operating in a higher form of frequency with a said person. Not just me, anybody. When only time you show up when you need something and want something, that's not love. That's not tribal. The only time you want the pack to go out is when you get hungry. Only time you want the pack, the tribe to fight is when somebody messing with you. You don't have time for at no other time until you need something. That's not tribal. That's called usury. That's no different than the only time I call you is when I want to fuck. But the difference between you and me, I let them know up front. That's all I'm interested in. Fucking. See, when people are told things straight up, they understand. When we're not in a relationship and you want me to fuck you and your friends, I will. I'll accommodate you both. But don't ask me to go to the movies because you're community ass. I'm going to enjoy myself and I'm like Simone Biles. I'm going to dismount out of that shit with a perfect 10. Do you understand? If you want to attract certain energy, frequency, and vibration, being honest and direct and upfront will cause you to have that energy in your life. When you're always searching for something for nothing, when you're always playing emotional games, that's what you attract. That's what you manifest. Not what's coming out of your mouth. It's the energy that which you are in. What's up, Apollo? What's up, my crab cakes? Monique 444. I'm teaching you how real magic works. I'm teaching you why certain things are showing up in your life and you say, I didn't order this. Oh, yes, you did. You faking moves, you attract somebody else that's faking moves. You're disingenuous, you attract other people that are people, places, and things that are not they're not disingenuous. Or they are disingenuous. For every action, There's an opposite and equal reaction. Whether you're in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Ajay. As long as you are a human being, you carry energy, frequency, and vibration. And depending on how you operate, how you function, and realize that Venus is not only a love planet, it's a war planet. So you attract people in your life that bring conflict. You don't pick your battles. So the people that you attract don't pick theirs either. You don't consider the source. So therefore you attract people that don't consider the source. You don't count up the cost before you launch out. And you attract people that do the same. Stop trying to make this complicated, because it's not. If you don't want to support other people's businesses, then other people are not going to support your business. This is why I teach you I'm transparent. I help people that are not doing what I do, because I want people to bless me that are not into voodoo, that are not into the black arts, that may not even be in the church, but they turn around and be a blessing to me, because I'm always being a blessing to other people, not only in my profession, but also not only in my community. I hold the door open for any creed or color person, but I'm most certainly going to hold the door open for an American black man and a woman. I have specific where I'm going to give my energy, my frequency, and my vibration to. What you fail to understand about me, I'm constantly reinvesting in black communities. Even on my platform, everything I show my tribe and I show my congregation, they have access to that. They didn't go out to go buy it. They ain't to pick it. They ain't concentrating. But if they need that energy from those particular items, and they donate money towards that, they're going to be able to utilize the same thing. I get the tools. If you got the problem or the issue, I got a solution. It's just that simple. I want you guys to actually enjoy the ride of your spiritual journey. But as long as you continue with this behavior, you're going to still be attracting these chaotic situations. Your level of selfishness is going to attract other selfish people. You're not going to attract givers, supporters, people that sacrifice in your behalf. You're going to attract the same type of people. When I sacrifice or I do what y'all call a good deed or a nice thing, I don't look from that reciprocation from that person. I expect the universe that I gave the energy exchange to accommodate that. Because that person may not be in a position, Joe Louis, be in a position to give me what I need. And therefore, it doesn't mean I'm still not going to get it. Is anybody hearing me? When you understand energy, frequency, and vibration, whether you are a top-notch root worker or whether you are a basic beginner, if you understand energy out, energy in. If you give sparingly, you're going to reap sparingly. If you give abundantly, you're going to reap abundantly. If you want to change the clientele for your business, then start getting in position that you can attract certain quality clientele. If you want a better, you like dick. and you want smart dick, then start sowing seeds of smartness. And you want to still end up with dick, but it won't be dumb dick. It'll be smart dick. Energy, frequency, and vibration. I told one young lady, I said, this is not tight pussy, but it's still good pussy. You oversold on the tightness. Because I'm not a small man. You oversold there. But I still can't say it's not good pussy. But it's not tight pussy. This pussy has been tampered with. Somebody has gone on before me. There's another cloud of witness on this pussy. But I will say, I did enjoy the ride. I don't feel cheated. I don't feel hoodwinked. I don't feel like somebody got something over me because I enjoyed it. But the adjective, we need to chill out on that. You understand? If you're looking for a income, that means you're not looking for abundance, because anything can constitute as income. A dollar raise, a quarter raise, a 10-cent raise can consider a income. If you want more than enough, then you need to operate in that energy of El Shaddai. If you want provider, you need to operate in an energy of Jehovah Jireh. It's really that simple. You can't fool the universe based off of what you're saying. They're going to go by your energy, frequency, and vibration. I don't care who you are. You understand? I'm going to always have a good time. People are like, oh, go, this is a weekend. Baby, I have a good time Monday through Wednesday, Thursday through Friday, Saturday through Sunday, holidays, leap years. And especially that I'm retired, I know how to attract what I'm looking for. I know how to be the energy and the frequency of what I'm expecting. I don't allow people to disrupt my energy, frequency, and vibration. I got my healing incense, my incense that is called Health is Wealth. I have my parasite healing incense, and I have my other just regular healing incense. I have my oils. And then I have my quartz that magnetize the energy. And plus, I have my mind focused on my recovery. What you don't know, and they say, well, why you got COVID and you still having sex? Because sex heals the body. A good nut will set you free. A good climactic will release the stress, and it will release certain enzymes and endorphins inside your body. And because I got these patches on, it increases my testosterone. It increases my stamina. And therefore, my body recovers quite quickly. See, I understand my sexual energy. I understand the sacral chakra. And I want to open the roads for my healing and my saturation. I hope you felt that. Because you are not taking my teaching and not applying them, you're not aligning yourself on a day-to-day basis in order for you. You think because you heard me, you think you don't have to apply. It is foolish to hear all this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and still not apply. If you're struggling with energy, get a candle. If you're struggling with your atmosphere, get incense. If you're struggling with heaviness, get a bath cleanser. I have every accommodation to your spiritual needs. If your money is funny, Get your some work done. If you got membership, you really don't have an excuse. I am constantly dropping tangible, proven information where you can better your life wherever you are and attract the energy, the frequency and vibration. But you continuously, you can only profit so much, y'all. You'll never make me believe that you're supported. You're never gonna make me believe certain things. When I look at your tree, I know the fruit that it bears or it doesn't bear. You're never gonna make me count my biddies before the hatch. You're never gonna make me feel like you're there in a way that you have never proven to be true. I don't let people play with me, and I don't play with people. When you want to be a part of something, you must be all in. The reason why Padrino Michael cannot get me to do what I used to do for him is because of how he handled those situations. I can still be nice, cordial, and honorable, but I'm not going to do what I used to do because you didn't give a damn about my birthday. See, let me tell y'all something. I'm not on a good looking man, I'm a successful man. I'm a man with options. What's up, my baby Scorpio? If just say for instance, me and Padrino Michael ain't fucking, so let me say this. But if we were in a relationship and we were fucking, and I always had to come to you, I'm a Sagittarius. At some point, I want to even this shit out. Because if I got to keep coming to you and keep having the location supplied, then I want more than ass. I need you to compensate me in a way that it's worth it. Because if I can provide a place for you, I can provide a place for somebody else. I don't have to fuck you. When I'm a Santero, a bona fide, proven, and tested Santero, I don't have to get my reaches from you. I know that, and you know that. If you want me to be more personal as a son, then you need to be more personal as a father. And so if you are not going to burn your gas and travel those miles for me, I'm not going to do it for you. No more than what I have to do from a ritualistic perspective. Because the one thing you don't want to happen with our relationship, that it gets so unbalanced, now I'm going to be vengeful. Now I'm going to be vindictive. I'm going to get my lick back. And since I'm retired, I got time. And you don't want a godson that is out here putting you in positions and flexing on your ass. You don't want that. That don't look good for you. And I didn't do it, you did that. That's like when a child is provoked to anger and they dishonor their parents. Yeah, it was wrong with the child. No, I'm taking that back. If that parent don't want that child to do certain things, then don't provoke. I don't provoke my kids. That's when they do shit, that's why I straighten them. You're not living in a situation where I have provoked you. You're living in a situation where you tried me and I checked your ass. I respected you as a grown man and I asked you for your time. Anything I do with my kids, I talk to them. Are you busy? Do you got anything going? Do you got time to talk to me? Ask anybody that I ever talked to. I've never just started a conversation. I always ask, do you got time? The consideration I give you, why you can't give it to me? I don't know who raised you. I don't know if they had time to raise you, but that's some bullshit. When I'm messing with my tricks, because sometimes I'm a trick. It's Halloween, y'all. Sometimes, depending on how they handle me, I can be a trick or a treat. Now, there's time that the ass is just that good. I'm gonna be a trick and a treat. Oh, I can go to the next level. You understand? I have clients that make me go a mile, and I have clients that make me go 10 miles because of how they treat me. If you want that kind of energy in your life, then make sure you're putting that kind of energy out. See, when I'm tricking, so let me define it, tricking. I'm attracting energy. So when I look at a trick, I'm out there tricking in the sense of it's all transactional. When I'm being a treat is when we still having sex, but we done created a type of bond and personal respect, even though we're not in relationship. So I'm a treat. But if we still kicking it and you still want certain aspects of me and you want to be that trick or the treat and the treat, then you have to step your level of engagement. That means you got to be a regular piece of ass for me. Hallelujah. I felt that. You have to be something regular that I can depend on. You must be a regular throat goat. You can't be a random piece of ass and try to get me to be something to you. Not like that. See, I know how to get in the elevator and go to the correct floor. And I leave that elevator on the correct floor and I handle my business as such. Now, if I'm a side piece, let me explain this. See, some of y'all claiming to be whores and you're really not whores. You're confused and you're blind. So when I'm a whore or a side piece, what I do is they like certain things about me. When you order a side dish, you may order green beans, or you may order a side of collard greens or a side of yams. Depending on the side dish, you might be okra, mashed potato, red beans and rice. You understand? You're a side dish. You're not the main entree. Don't try to get me to operate as a man. Now, just because, hallelujah, just because the side dish tastes tantalizing more than the entree, I'm still the side dish. I stay in my lane. I don't cause confusion. I don't cause confusion. Just because you want to have the dessert before the main entree, don't tell nobody I spoiled your appetite because you chose to have the side dish before the main entree. And you know, if you want me to be a peach cobbler, if you want me to be ice cream, and you know that if you want me to be Skittles, you know I melt in your mouth, not in your hands. If you want me to be Skittles, you understand you're ready to taste the rainbow. You understand? Follow me, if you will. I'm 52 years old, about to be 53. I don't have a time to be out here shucking and jiving. The reason why I enjoy my life, because I understand where I fit in. If I'm having sex, I got my patches on. I don't give a damn if they think it's whatever. Long as I'm able to perform, as long as I'm able to bring home the goal, why the fuck you worry about what's on my forehead? Long as the dick is hard and the stroke is right, like the Price is Right. The stroke is right, the angle is superb, and the dismount is Simone Biles. Give me my goddamn gold medal, and I'm going home. It's just that simple with me. I don't complicate my life. I don't complicate my life. Some of you have never had a silver medal. Some of you have never had a bronze. Some of you have only got a participating certificate. And that's okay. Maybe that's all you want out of life. Some of y'all bypassing my iron dick, I phallus, like you don't need it. Some of y'all ain't invested in your sister good pussy spell. I don't say nothing. I wouldn't offered it if your pussy was that good. If y'all thought your dick was that good, I would never offered it. I see you struggle. And because I'm a good shepherd. Oh, come on, somebody. Because I'm a good shepherd. I want to strengthen you. Since I've been converted, I want to strengthen my brother and my sister. You know you don't have to live with that, right? You know you don't have to deal with that. There's a more healthy way, a more spiritual way to address these situations. If me sexing 2 people in one day doesn't impress you at 52 years old, you's a fucking liar. You fucking liar. I've been out here flexing while sick. I've been flexing dick. I've been flexing in Palo. I've been flexing in Orisha. I've been flexing in Voodoo. I've just been flexing like a motherfucker. In recovery. In recovery. If you can't do nothing with me in recovery, how you gonna do something with me once I get my full strength? Once I get rid of this COVID. I don't have no muscle fatigue. Not none. All that's gone. My legs are strong. My skin is actually sheddy. My skin look like white powder because these patches are rejuvenating my skin. So when they lick my toes and lick my legs and put a tongue between my toes, anything to stimulate this wood. See, when somebody stimulate me like that, I feel obligated to give them some good dick. If they choke my chicken as though they are concerned, as though they love it, I feel compelled to give them the same energy. I'm often accused, and people have said this about me, and it's true. When I get to fucking you, one of the things I say to you, now suck my dick like I fuck you. If you are gonna say I perform at that level, then my treat should not come from Dollar General. My treat should not come from Walmart. I gave you a king's dick, and I expect a king's treat. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to do that. You don't have to expect that. I'm talking to you about me. That's why I teach universal laws. But I use myself as an example because I'm first partaker. And if you want me to keep it real and keep it I like what Ryan said, a royal treatment. You understand? I got to have it. That's why I got to execute as a royal priest. When I lift up this robe, I need you to make it worth my time. When you get on this playground, when you get on Pee Wee's playground, that's my nickname. This is all adult equipment. You can't get hurt on this equipment. This is not child stuff. This is not child's play. So if you are still in a child mentality, this ain't the equipment to play on. Because I don't apologize. And I'm also a type of person, I said, stick your finger in there. See how wet that is. When they sit down, oh my God, I'm so wet. I say, who did that? Who has damaged that pussy to the point of leakage, of spillage? I want to know if you had to identify the person that hit you and you're in a car accident and you had to talk to the officer, you're going to have to articulate what happened. I want to know what happened. How did we get here? I felt that song. I feel my hands lifting up. How did we get here? Could you backtrack and tell me, how did we get here? Did we get here by railway? Did we get here by boat? How did we get here? Because that means that you are actually engaged in what we're doing. And this is the type of energy that I take out into the world. I don't deal with bullshit. That's why I'm still in relationship with Mambo Vivi. This is why the love that she has for me was seen even over the internet. Because I'm real. And she real. And real recognize real. And real iron sharpen iron. Now, Mambo Vivi said she don't do work to kill people. I'm not Mambo Vivi. I will kill your ass. Don't let her testimony, you try to transfer it to my testimony, because I ain't never told you that. And she know I get down like that. When she first met me, she said to me, you don't play and your spirit don't play. So she accepted me for who I was. And see, if you want to grow with me and develop me, you got to accept me for who I am. Because I accept you for who you are. What you can't do, fake the front with me. I ain't going to accept that. You can't put on with me. You can't facade with me. You can't do none of that with me. I'm not going to go for it. I'm not going to go for it. I don't want to attract that type of energy. I will repel that energy. Because I like the way I live. I like the outcomes that I have. If you desire a certain frequency and vibration in your life, you will start revising how you think, how you believe, how you operate, taking care of your body. When people see that you're willing to invest in taking care of yourself, some of you guys are out there having certain type of sex, you need the patches. You need to rebuild your body. Ain't about $170. If you don't think you're worth $170, the business itself, the business aspect is only $1,900. Where can you go and start a business for $1,900? And a business that the product sells itself. You done pulled every trick in the world to do bullshit. Now when it comes down to something regarding you, now all of a sudden you got common sense. Now all of a sudden you worried about your credit. Now all of a sudden you worried about your 401k. Now all of a sudden you're worried about your piggy bank. My grandma told me, my mama said it too, but I heard it from my grandma first. It takes money to make money. In order for me to get to millionaire status and attract that energy and stay in that frequency until I'm ready to transition out of that, I got to put the necessary thing. So a lot of that material that you saw there gonna be a part of me manifesting those that $1 million energy. I'm getting everything I need. In order to get what I need, I still got to spend money. I got to still invest to get to that frequency. Every time you turn around, Apostle Ely step in here game up. I'm not helping nobody by doing that but myself. By you staying where you are, you're hurting nobody but yourself. Every time about it, somebody come around you. I don't care if you're your lover, I don't care if you're your family member. And they see you in the same spot doing the same thing in the same situation, they don't have no respect for you. The older you get and you still doing the same thing, you're provoking them to talk about you. Some of y'all talking about people gossiping about you. They ain't gossiping. They telling the truth on your ass. They telling the butt naked truth, facts on your monkey ass, and you don't like it because it's a reminder is that you always picking these lemon ass niggas. How you want to be so much, and your fruit is rotten? Who you trying to convince? You have certain values, morals, ethics. Who are you trying to deceive? Because if that's who you were, you would not be doing the stuff you're doing. Even though I don't live nasty, I have fucked some people in some nasty houses. Yes, I did. I'm a trick. I didn't create those circumstances, but I prepare myself. Because everybody don't live like I live. Everybody don't love themselves like I love myself. So I fuck them when I can and where I can. But when I want to do what I want to do, now you got to come to my turf. I'm not gonna bring you out your environment unless I like what you get, how you get down. And next minute, I'm be asking you, do you got time to meet up? Because now I got to bring you in my environment. Because maybe that's all you can afford, and I'm not here to judge you. I'm a Sagittarian. We don't judge people. We take mental notes on that shit. Poor pussy is still pussy. Poor ass is still ass. You can be fine and be poor. I ain't gonna judge you. You can be a throat goat and be uneducated. I'm not trying to build Wall Street with you. I'm just trying to have me some fun. If you want a energy, a frequency, or a vibration, you must be in alignment with that. But I'm out here as an example of a spiritualist flexing while sick. What's your excuse? I have COVID, new strand, and I'm 52, about to be 53, and I'm still out here flexing. What's your excuse? I told y'all they wanted to dig, even though I thought, listen, I'm not of the part. But let me know when you can. You ain't in a place where if you had VD, it still won't sex out of you. That's why I keep my body clean. And I keep my body clean. That's why I say olive oregano, garlic, turmeric, myrrh, especially if you do a lot of oral stuff. That myrrh and that clove powder, myrrh is a strong astringent. Learn how to take care of yourself. And now that I got these patches, and let me tell you something. If I find that somebody got they're good throat goat, I'm gonna give them a patch to put right on their throat. Think I won't? Here, try this. Because I want these stem cells to build your throat up so you can continue what God has given you. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. If you got some good neck, I'm here to help. Put that patch on the back of your neck and let the Lord use you. God gave you something. Oh my God, on today. Huh? If I enjoy you, doggy style, you're getting a patch on your back. Come on here, son. I ain't say a pat on your back. You're getting a patch on your back. I need you to continue to allow me to administer unto you, doggy style. I listen, I'm here to help. I don't cause problems. I create solutions. If I put you in the buck and you can take that rod, you're getting a patch on your belly. You're getting a patch. I'm be carrying patches under my arms, depending on how you administrate. Oh, you took that. Try this. Oh, you free of charge. Because the way that you take dick in a book, you need a patch. You need a patch. That's all I'm saying. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for being a part of our platform. Thank you for hitting the like button. The comments are necessary. If anything that I said on today that you understand the law of attraction and synchronicity and what being real and authentic is all about, and stop playing all these kind of games and trying to act like you can't redirect your finances, it's a choice. I do it all the time. I can have something intended for one thing, and if it had to be taken for something else, that's what it's gonna be. Because I'm in this to win it. I want to attract what I'm trying to attract, and if that it takes me getting an Avitrine, Ganesh, honey, calcite, a horse. The reason why I've been throwing up all day today. I got a patch on my stomach. And when I say them stem cells have been working in my stomach, all that cold that I didn't even know was still in my system, it been coming up. I was driving down 95 and Turnpike, coughing up cold and throwing it out the window, saying, let this sickness be far from me as the east is from the west. And I've just been coughing up, coughing up, coughing up. If you gonna ask the spirit of the horse to hurry you through the process, then take that ride. Let that wild bronco do what it do. And I let it ramshack my guts. Because all that cold kept coming out. All that fever started coming out. All of that virus was coming up. I feel so much better now. So much better. And to all of y'all hoes that be watching me, you was in trouble. And if you looking at me, I'm gonna have a sex outfit on, but I'm gonna have patches every goddamn well. I got patches on both cheeks. I be fucking with patches. If you can fuck with patches in your hair, missing spots in your head, patches, I can fuck with this. At least this is helping me. I got one here, and I got two on my booty cheeks and my inner thighs. It ain't a game over here. You might be playing with your life and playing with your health and playing with your well-being. I don't do that with my life. Everybody know I'm serious. I don't even care. The beautiful thing about being in your 50s, you care levels. That's why them older men be wearing them socks all the way up. They don't care. I don't care. All right. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all of you that have paid for your classes, intermediate class, and thank you for all of those that have already purchased your packet of 30. I only need, I shouldn't say that, two more people for my that want to work with me in this business, and then everybody else gonna be stacked. I'm putting them. But if you want to be stacked in my particular four, then all you need is $1,900. Go to my website, take care of that. I'll send it over. All I need is your email address, your personal address, and your birthday, and that's it. And Miss Valerie will take it from there. And she get that stuff done quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right? God bless y'all.